Hello, Jonas family. I'm so excited to be here today to talk about our products and our technology. Um, you know, I've been doing stem cell treatments for over 20 years, and still the products that we have are really the most advanced and most novel products in the market. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background about the science behind it, and then we're going to delve into the products themselves and show you some pictures of what people have shared with me in terms of the results. So here we go. We're going to talk about aging. Aging really has a multitude of different factors that affect our skin, our body, our mind, and most of these factors are causing loss of cellular balance and function. The loss of cellular balance and function are really the root of aging, and most of it is due to oxidation and glycation and from the environment that we're in. Aging takes time to show on the skin. So the damage that we do today will probably show on our skin about 10 years from now. So if you go in the sun, you get burned, you get in a polluted area, you live in a very in an area where there's a lot of pollution, or you just have a lifestyle that tends to damage the skin, you will see those changes within the decade, and those are going to show as irregular pigmentation or wrinkles. And what we want to do is to also consider what the new things that are impacting us, because we're spending a lot more time in front of screens and computers and our phones, and those things are also causing us to age because they're emitting blue light, which is known to cause aging because it's the same wavelength as UV rays we get from the sun. And then with the masks that everybody is wearing because of COVID, we're also getting a lot of bacteria on our skin, and we're getting a lot of what we call maskne, which is inflammation of the skin, and we need to address that as well. And then we're cleaning our hands, and we're using a lot of caustic chemicals like alcohol and disinfectants, and those things also are damaging our skin and causing us to speed up this aging process and damage to the skin. So before we get into the products, let's talk about the path we took to discover how our products work for anti-aging. And the products that we have are based on stem cells. Stem cells are the cells that are found in every part of the body, but they're most concentrated or most numerous in the fat. And what I did was I took fat and concentrated these stem cells, and these stem cells are genetically programmed to either regenerate tissue or repair tissue or keep making themselves indefinitely so they can be used when we need it. I created a process called the stem cell lift, where I concentrate the stem cells and I inject it back into the patient for post-cancer reconstruction, for joint and muscle damage, for autoimmune skin disease, for cosmetic and wound repair. And this is done in my clinic as surgery. So this is when we took the stem cells and injected it without having to cut. And I became a true believer in the stem cells because of this person. Because when I treated him, I didn't really know what was going to happen. He had a cancer that was removed from his face. He was treated with radiation, and the skin was burnt from the radiation. He was in constant agony. The skin was tacked down onto the bone. The nerve endings were trapped in there, and he just had tried many different venues. He had gone to Mayo Clinic, UCLA, to all the big institutions trying to correct this problem and to get some relief, but because there was no blood flow in that area from the radiation and the surgery, anytime they would touch it, it would start to die. So he had heard about me, he came to me, he said, okay, I heard you do stem cells, can you help me? And I said, I'll try. And we started to inject him. It took 8 injections. Every 3 months, I would inject him for over a year, over 2 years. And at the end of 2 years, his skin burn was gone. The pain was gone. The nerve endings were no longer trapped. The skin was raised and not tacked down onto the bone. And I really, really saw the amazing changes in the skin. And I became a huge believer in stem cells. And I started looking at our cosmetic patients. And I said, well, if that's what it's doing in somebody who had damage to the skin, what happens in somebody who hasn't had it? And what happens to their skin when we inject it and just look at the changes? And lo and behold, I saw changes happening in a very short time, within weeks. When we do cell grafting, where we take cells from one part of the body and put it into another, it takes about 3 to 6 months to see that area sort of become part of that tissue. And here we were seeing amazing skin changes within a few weeks. So I said, this is something the cells are producing, not the cells themselves that are causing these changes. I opened up my stem cell lab and we started looking at what these stem cells can do. And these stem cells, depending on the environment you put in, they do different things. They can be put into an environment and they can produce different sets of factors. So you can get factors that are good for skin, that are good for pigment, that are good for inflammation, that are good for rejuvenation. So depending on what we want to do. And we figured out how to sort of grow these cells in a way that they would give us these set of factors that would, let's say, for in this example, to change color in the cells. The pigment, the melanin that's in the cells, we could make it darker or lighter. And that really led us to a platform technology that we have that we call advanced polypeptide technology. This advanced polypeptide technology allows us to get these polypeptides, what the language of the cell is basically, and use that to make our products. And that is the essence of what APT-200 is in the luminous skincare line. In the hair line, the HPT-6 is the set of factors that are there. And then in 4-relief, we have another set of factors that are anti-inflammatory for pain. But what's another thing that we did was that we figured out not only do stem cells from humans make these factors, we figured out that the plants also make these factors. And lo and behold, in our testing, we found out that we can do the same thing with any type of cell. We can get these factors not just from human cells, but from any type of cell using our technology. And we were able to use it for any skin type, for any skin color, and on any body area. So this does not really use the cells, but the language of the cell. That's very important to understand. And we can use these without genetically modifying the cells. So we can just grow them in the way we want to get these polypeptides and get them to do what we want on the skin or on the hair. Again, this is the powerhouse of the product, is based on the polypeptides that we have. It is still one of the most advanced skincare products out there, and it is exclusive to Jeunesse. So the APT-200 is what's the sort of the powerhouse behind the luminous skincare line, and we're going to now talk about this luminous skincare line. And what we did was, besides having the best products in it, we wanted to make sure that we don't have any of the harmful products in it. So it doesn't have parabens, it doesn't have sulfates, it's phthalate free, and we don't test it on animals. We test it on myself first and my team, and then once we have the results, we bring it to you. Also, the products that we have in this Luminous skincare line are made to work synergistically. That means when you put them together, you get not just the effect of one or the other, that you get an additive effect that gives you something greater. And that is very important because as we layer on the products, you're going to get a very intentional effect on the skin that you would not otherwise have if you were just using one of the products by themselves. We did a clinical study to test the efficacy of our product because although I knew it worked, I wanted to make sure that everybody else could see that it was tested by a third party that is neutral, and it was tested by the same companies that does most of the testing for most of the big brands, and the results were amazing in terms of wrinkles, in terms of pigment, in terms of the overall skin complexion. You saw over 90% improvement, but what was the most amazing to me, which I've never seen in any study we've done, was that 100% of the participants said they liked the product so much, not that they would want to use it themselves, but that they would want to give it to their friends and family as well. Nobody in any study I've done has gone in 100% on that. So that was very impressive to me. Now we're going to talk about the skincare line and how to care for your skin. So the proper way to care for your skin is to use the products in this manner. Is the first to clean the skin and prep the skin for the APT-200. The APT-200 in the products will revitalize the skin, and then you want to lock in and moisturize it and protect it with the rest of the products that we're going to talk about. So as we said, the first thing is to cleanse the skin. So the Youth Restoring Cleanser will balance the pH, will take off the dirt and the oils on the skin, and will get the skin to be ready for the absorption of the APT-200. The Cellular Rejuvenation Serum has the most amount of stem cell product in it. It has the APT-200 most concentrated in here. And if you use this right after the wash, you're going to get the best effect. So you want to do the wash, then put this on morning and night, and you rub it in on your entire face, and you leave it to dry for a few seconds. Then you want to use the Flawless Skin Brightener to layer on to the serum where you're going to also balance the pigment of the skin so that you get the brightening effect of that. Then you want to, in the morning, you want to put the Daily Moisturizing Complex with the SPF in it, which will protect you from the rays of the sun and will moisturize the skin. So this layering effect drives the product into the skin better and makes it last longer on the skin, so you're going to get a better effect. At night, we have the Advanced Night Repair, which has antioxidants and anti-glycation products in it, where we talked about the two things that are there. So in the morning, we're protecting you from the sun. In the afternoon, we're treating the glycation aspect of it. And it has the moisturizers in there to also lock in the effect that we want from the APT-200. All of these products also have the APT-200 in it, except for the wash. The next thing is the Ultimate Lifting Mask is gentle enough that you can use it every day, but you should use it at least once a week, and this will help to exfoliate the skin, to hydrate the skin. It will also give you a lifting effect if you are going out and you want to have a little boost to your skin, to be a little bit lifted, tighter, smoother, do this for 20-30 minutes before, and then put on your serum and makeup and go out. Some people like to put the serum and the night cream and then put this on and sleep with it and remove it in the morning, and that's fine as well. The mask, the hydrating mask, is really meant to protect you from the pollution. It creates a sort of a shield on the skin to capture the pollutants and the dirt so it doesn't go into your pores. And this one, after you serum, you put the mask on onto your skin in the morning, and then you just take it off and you're good to go. And just to reiterate the differences, so the Ultimate Lifting Mask, you should do it at night, and the Hydro Shield Mask in the morning. You can use them daily, but at least once a week you should do it. And then we have, for the body, we want to use the Essential Body Renewal for your arms, for your trunk, for your legs, because it's also important to treat the entire skin. It's the biggest organ of your body, and you want to treat it. You don't want it to be dry. You don't want it to be cracked. It's part of your health. So I would tell you, when you come out of the shower, just dab your skin dry and put the Essential Body Renewal on your skin in the morning, and then if you want it before you go to bed at night. So that's got all the antioxidants, the APT-200 and the moisturizers in it, so you will get the benefits from there as well. Okay, next one is just a wrap up of what we talked about, how you should use it. So wash, put the serum, put the brightener, put the moisturizer, and then the mask. And then if you are going to use your makeup, the ND makeup, Brian, is amazing. You should use it on top of it, and it gives you that layering effect that we talked about. So I'm going to show you some pictures that have been shared with me by Jeanette's family, and you can see the improvement in the neck, which is amazing, because even with surgery, we can't get really great results like this just putting on creams. Here's another one. You can see the wrinkles improved. You can see this was a woman that I met in Australia. She was very funny. She goes, "This is me, this is my mother," but it was obviously her. After 6 weeks, I couldn't believe it. I asked her, "Did you use any Botox? Did you do any treatments? Did you do lasers? Did you do anything?" She goes, "No, I just used the products." And I was very impressed by the results. And if you guys have such results, please share them with me. I would love to have them, because that gives me the drive to do this and bring you the next generation of the products. And then some people ask, how much of the products do you use? So this is sort of to give you an idea how much of the products you should use on the skin. So you can get an idea of how much we want you to use. It should be enough to cover the skin, and not so to be too wet or too runny on the skin. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you for your attention. Please share your pictures and your stories with me. I look forward to seeing you guys soon in person. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much.